Hello, I'm Kalashian for Live and Invest Overseas, and today we're looking at relocation to Panama. How can you easily get residency as a foreigner looking to move to Panama? Whether full or part-time, here are some of the strongest residency options available in this much-loved expat haven. First, let's look at why Panama makes sense at all for relocation. I actually lived in Panama for 7 years, and there are so many reasons to love living here. Chief among them are the year-round warm weather, the low cost of living, a really foreign resident-friendly tax system. It's often called a tax haven. One of the best banking systems in the world, a stable political situation, a bright economic outlook thanks to its canal, and the world's best program of discounts and perks for foreign retirees. Plus, Panama uses the US dollar, which makes it an easy transition if you're looking to make a move from the United States. And it's centrally located in the region, giving easy access to all of the Americas and sharing a time zone with the US East Coast. It's just a 3-hour flight from Miami, an 80-minute flight to Medellin, Colombia. You could even get a bus over to Costa Rica, so very accessible. And there are plenty of direct flights across the Atlantic as well if you're planning a trip to Europe. I take the direct Panama-Paris flight quite frequently now that I've moved to Paris. In country, you can take your pick from cool weather mountain towns, bustling beach resorts, jungle escapes, or the cosmopolitan Panama City. So lots of lifestyle options. But let's get back to residency. If you do want to stay longer than your tourist visa, which is actually very generous at 180 days for US or Canadians, here are some of your best options. Number 1 is the Retiree Visa. It's locally called the Pensionado Visa, and it works for anyone who's receiving a pension, whether it's private or government, and there's no minimum age. So you don't actually need to be retired. You just have to have a pension income. So anyone can apply over the age of 18 if they can prove this income. For Americans, that means that if you're on Social Security, you can qualify for this residency permit no problem. The minimum pension income required is $1,000 for a single person and $250 for each dependent, which would make it $1,250 for a married couple. The government fees are cheaper for this kind of visa than they are for the rest of the options on this list, which is something to keep in mind. Number 2 is the Golden Visa, which is probably the most straightforward visa. It's a permit that allows you to invest $300,000 and then apply for residency. There was recent talk about increasing it to $500,000, but the government just recently announced it will remain at $300,000. So good news. The investment you can make can either be in real estate. You have to hold the title in your own name though, not in an entity, or any bank CD, or either of those two in any combination. So for example, you could buy a $250,000 condo and put another $50,000 into a CD, and that will qualify you. Besides being so easy, the Golden Visa grants you permanent residency with the first application, which means you don't have to renew multiple temporary permits each year, which is a hassle and an additional cost. Number 3 is the Friendly Nations Visa. If you're interested in doing business or working in Panama, this is the one to look for. So if you are a citizen of one of 50 countries, which includes North Americans, EU citizens, and UK citizens, you would be eligible for the Friendly Nations Visa. To qualify, you can invest $200,000 in real estate in the country, or $200,000 in a fixed term deposit in a Panamanian bank, or you can simply secure a contract of employment. You'll also need to open a local bank account with a minimum deposit of $5,000 for the main applicant and $2,000 for each dependent. And you first get a temporary residency card that is valid for 2 years. After that, you can apply for permanent residency, which then doesn't need to be renewed. The Business Investor Visa. To qualify for this one, you'll need to invest a minimum of $160,000 in a new or established business in Panama. You'd also need to hire 5 local employees, and for those applying with dependents, the minimum would increase to $2,000 per dependent, or you could deposit that same amount into a bank account in Panama instead of investing it in the company. This route also gives you that 2-year temporary residency permit, after which you can make your application for permanent residency. Number 5 is the Forestry Investor Visa. This one was designed to encourage the replanting and preservation of Panama's forests, so you can apply for the reforestation visa with investment of at least $100,000 in timber plus $2,000 for each dependent in an approved reforestation project, not just any project. This route gives you the 2-year residency that's temporary, and after that you apply for your permanent. However, if you up your investment to $350,000 right off the bat, it will get you near immediate permanent residency, which again will save you some time, hassle, a little bit of money, and makes it much easier going forward that you don't have to renew that permanent residency. All visa applications must be made through a Panamanian lawyer, just so you're aware of that fact. And And these have been the 5 easiest ways to become a resident of Panama. And the really cool aspect of residency in Panama is that once you have it, it truly is permanent. So once you fulfill the terms of the visa, you can go anywhere, live anywhere else, become a resident anywhere else. You'll still come back to Panama as a resident, and the only requirement is that you come back once every 2 years. I currently live in Paris, and I am a Panamanian resident. So no matter what happens, I'll always be able to enter the country and stay for as long as I like. Visit our website, liveandinvestoverseas.com, for more information on moving to Panama or other countries all around the world. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more information like this from Live and Invest Overseas. Thanks. Happy trails.